Ladies and gentlemen, now today Kabam have just dropped the announcement for Act 6 Chapter 4, which is going to be arriving 2 weeks today on the 11th of March. And alongside this announcement, we've got the 4 rewards for Act 6 completion and exploration. And in all honesty, man, I'm just really disappointed. Like, for Act 6 Exploration, the headline rewards are a random Tier 5 class Catalyst Crystal, a single one, and also a random 6-star Awakening Gem Crystal. Those are the headline, the biggest rewards for it, and there's no guaranteed value, and there's only one T5CC for Act 6 Exploration. Like, every chapter, including, Chapter 4 for exploration, it's going to have another 25% of a single T5CC fragment crystal, but most players, man, you know, they're just getting them from all different classes, and they just don't really amount to anything, and won't for a very, very long time. And to have, like, no T5CC on the completion as well, or no random 6-star Awakening Gem, and have no generic for, like, guaranteed value on exploration, it's just really disappointing to see. I think when you compare Act 6 100% and Abyss of Legends, when it comes to those really high tier rewards, you've got 3 T5CC in Abyss of Legends, you've got a generic 6-star, you've got a random 6-star, and you look at the Act 6 stuff overall, where there's just a single T5CC and a single random 6-star Awakening Gem, it just seems really disappointing, especially when you consider that overall Act 6 is a lot more roster consuming, because you need to rank up so many different champions to get through all of the very niche paths, especially in 6.2 where you've got all of these champion gates that were forced in as well, and there's just so much more stuff in Act 6 that is a lot more mechanically challenging than stuff in the Abyss of Legends as well. It's just really, really weird that overall you've made this piece of content that has so many requirements, so many challenges in it, and it's got half the rewards in comparison to something where you only need like 4 or 5 champions to 100% it. And you know, nothing like mechanically is just really difficult in the Abyss of Legends. Most of the tricky fights are just long, man. They're just a really, really long time. So I don't know, I just feel like they've really missed the mark when it comes to Act 6 100% rewards. And a lot of people in the future, once you get the 4 Horsemen, I assume, will have their sights a lot more set on the Abyss of Legends in comparison to Act 6 Exploration. And I think the single T5CC is just, it's a bit disappointing, man, just because, you know, a lot of players could be in that scenario where they've gone through the Abyss, they've got like 2 of one particular T5CC, and they go to all of the effort to do Act 6 Exploration, and they get another one of that Catalyst, and there's, you know, they haven't even got like one good champion to use it on yet, let alone 3. So the ability to like not select a T5CC for all of this effort, especially, you know, considering the scale of Act 6 as well, I think is just a bit of a cheat, bit of a disappointing move. I think that for the completion, they should have had a random T5CC, but I think for exploration, a T5CC crystal selector would have been a perfect reward there, and very, very well deserved for the level of effort that a player needs to go to actually get 100% Act 6 done. And I think we should have seen a 6-star Awakening Gem crystal in the completion rewards, and a 6-star generic gem in the Act 6 exploration rewards as well, because there's a chance that you do the exploration and you just get nothing that is really going to impact your 6-star roster or your progression to 6-star rank 3 champions. And I just think for the scale of doing all of it, man, to not even guarantee like a little bit of value for one champion, it's just really, really disappointing. So I'm upset to see that. But aside from that, for everything else, there is a lot of tier 5 basic, a lot of tier 2 alpha. It's always good to get those rewards, but I think a lot of players that are in that position where they can 100% explore Act 6, they're not really looking for that stuff as much as they are looking for like the next level of stuff. So again, you know, it's not bad getting a load of tier 5 basic, tier 2 alpha, but they're being very, very stingy with like the next tier of rewards, and it's just very disappointing to see. But the Act 6 completion, I think, is going to be a great stack for anybody that can get the completion done. So for Chapter 4 completion, it's 1 Tier 5 Basic, 3 Tier 2 Alpha, 8,000 6-star shards, 15,000 5-star shards, 4 Cavalier Crystals, 2 5-star Rank Up Gem Crystals, Rank 3 ones, 2 5-star Rank Up Gem Crystals, Rank 4 ones, 1.5 million gold, and that also gives you the Act 6 completion as well, which is another 1.5 million gold, another 3 Tier 5 Basic, 7 Tier 2 Alpha, 10,000 6-star shards, 20,000 5-star shards, and 1 5-star Rank Up Gem Crystal for a Rank 5 champion. Again, if you threw in a Tier 5 basic crystal on top of that and a random 6-star awakening gem, that would be absolutely perfect, because I would imagine anybody that can get through, you know, all of the crazy annoying fights like the champion, the grandmaster, who from the data mine abilities, mechanically he looks more difficult than anything in the Abyss of Legends. And I think, you know, the champion is a bit more tricky than anything in the Abyss of Legends as well, so it would have been really nice to see a bit of Tier 5 basic, a random 6-star awakening gem in the Act 6 completion. That would have been really, really good. But also for Chapter 4 exploration as well, you get 25% of a random T5 CC. Whoop-de-doo. 3 times Tier 5 basic, 7 Tier 2 alpha, 10,000 6-star shards, 25,000 5-star shards, 8 Cavalier Crystals, and 2 5-star Rank 4 gems, along with 2.5 million gold there. So overall, man, I think the completion stuff isn't too bad. I would like to see it spiced up a bit more, but I think it really does become a lot more lacking when you look at the exploration and the difficulty required to get through everything 100%. There are just so many gates, so many requirements, so many annoying fights, so many counters you need to specific champions, that for all the effort, it seems a bit lacking, man. So I'm not really impressed with the Act 6 exploration rewards. And one thing that made me a little bit saltier as well is the Legends run, man. Because if you're rank 1 to 5 in the Legends run, you get another Tier 5 class Catalyst Crystal. So why couldn't you just like add that to the rewards? That would have been a great addition to the rewards for everybody that can, you know, muscle through and do this piece of content, and not just the top 5 blubberiest whales who can pay experienced mercs to run through and smash out their Legends run on a 16-hour Red Bull spree. So yeah, that's just a bit annoying there. But also rank 6 to 100, there's 2% of a random T5 CC crystal. So that again is 50% equivalent of a T5 CC. It would have been great to see this stuff in the actual, you know, rewards and not just the Legends run, man. Also, they've added a 6-star crystal to both of these and a bit of Tier 5 basic, along with the 6-star Wolverine Weapon X. So I think Weapon X, man, 6-star crystal is probably more than enough for a Legends run. Like, that stuff, it should have just gone in rewards, and the rewards should have just guaranteed a bit more like endgame value. So I'm just a bit disappointed by that, man. We have 8 new path buffs that are going to be appearing, along with the Grandmaster boss fight as well. So again, these seem very niche, and they require certain champions to do. I didn't do extensive testing around all sorts of stuff in 6.4, so I don't have too much experience with some of these nodes here, but we got Special Connoisseur. So the defender takes 90% reduced damage from all sources except special attacks activated while the attacker has an active prowess effect. So I think like Sunspot is going to be really good for that one, and any champion that can access a prowess via various means as well. So again, a little bit niche there, going to require some players to expand their roster. We've also got That's Gonna Sting, so the defender takes 90% reduced damage from all sources unless suffering from a power sting effect. Additionally, the attacker's attack rating is increased by 40% while the opponent is suffering from a power sting, and the potency of their power sting effects are increased by 300%. Again, another fairly unique and niche node that requires specific champions. Then we got Stunning Reflection, so at the start of the fight, the defender receives a permanent stun shield. While this shield is active, the defender defender cannot be stunned. Every time a stun is attempted, the attacker is stunned instead for 3 seconds. The shield will go into cooldown for 8 seconds if the defender is inflicted with either poison or incinerate. While this cooldown is active, the attacker gains plus 40% attack rating. So that one, it seems a little bit annoying, but there are plenty of strong incinerate champions out there at the moment. A couple of good poison champions as well, so might not be too bad. I'm thinking Sunspot is going to do really well there. Human Torch as well. Then next up we got Polka Dot Power. So the attacker gains no power from landing or receiving attacks. Instead, they are granted 12% of a bar of power per second, while the defender is suffering from a damaging debuff. So this one I guess seems alright. It's going to gimp out and make certain champions completely not viable, but champions that have like passive bleeds, passive incinerates, passive damage over time, I think are going to work quite nicely for that one, but it doesn't seem like the absolute worst thing in the world there. Then next up we got Thermostats. So the attacker starts the fight with a thermostat value of 10. Landing basic attacks increases the value by 1 for each hit. Blocking an attack or activating a special attack decreases the value by 2. If the value reaches 0, the attacker is inflicted with Cold Snap. And if the value reaches 20, the attacker is inflicted with Incinerate. If either of these are triggered, the thermostat value resets to 10. So yeah, that one doesn't sound too bad at all. If you're just doing like basic attacks, man, and you're playing fairly aggressively, I would imagine that Incinerate immune champions are going to work really well. Human Torch is going to be, I assume, absolutely amazing for this because he's immune to both. But there are champions, I think, that cross over to double immunities as well. So shouldn't be too bad there. Then we have Energy Adoption Fire. So the defender has a 50% chance to inflict the attacker with an Incinerate on contact. These effects will not trigger while the defender is suffering from a bleed debuff. The defender also takes 100% reduced damage from Incinerate effects and gains a regeneration buff healing 1% of max health per second until the Incinerate expires. So I think you just got to bleed the opponent. It should be quite straightforward there, so it doesn't sound too bad to deal with there. But you can't use Human Torch or Sunspot by the look of it, because again, if you start to incinerate the opponent, I don't know if like Nova Flame counts as incinerate there, and you can maybe get around certain fights or like Human Torch, but we'll see how that one turns out. And then we've got Energy Adoption Ice, so the defender has a 50% chance to inflict the attacker with Cold Snap on contact, but also takes 100% reduced damage from Cold Snap effects as well. So Cold Snap immune champions or champions that armor break, I assume are going to work quite well there. And then we got Lightning. So this is a shock on contact, but if you've poisoned the opponent or have a shock immune champion, then you can get past this one as well, so it doesn't seem too bad to deal with there at all, man. But yeah, those are the new nodes. Again, it kind of just follows the theme of a lot of stuff in Act 6. You know, it does require a very well-developed roster to 100% and get all these paths done, but I'm just disappointed at the end of the day that for the amount you need to invest and the amount you need to expand your roster and the challenges that await a player when they're going to 100% explore Act 6, the rewards are just a bit lacking in my opinion. I don't think it would take like a lot of work to make the rewards a lot more spicy, a lot more interesting, and allow players with a completion and exploration of Act 6, which is a huge challenge, a huge mountain to climb, to be able to progress more towards 6-star champions, awakening them, getting a couple of rank 3s. So yeah, they just seem a bit stingy, at least in my opinion. So I'm a bit disappointed, man, but who knows, man. I really do hope that Kabam take this on board and that they are willing to update and spice up the Act 6 rewards, considering the amount you do need to invest to actually get it done 100%. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on Act 6 and some of the rewards in the comment section below. If you did enjoy today's video, please do smash that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.